Mr. Norman. I rushed and came along. But this obviously is an extremely special occasion, and Yvonne is going to help me. So when we cut this ribbon, you are going to act, when we cut the ribbon, we are going to act as though it's the most incredible and most wonderful thing anyone has ever done in the world. And then they're going to cheer and clap and go, hey, yeah? So we're going to cut this one together. And
You okay? Where are you from?
And all the people who've done all this work, who are those? Do you know the names of the people? Is there somebody called and Patrick, and who else is there? There's somebody else. Precious. So these are the people who have made this possible. So all of this hard work we've got to do. So this is not the speech yet, is it? No. So did Norma say that? So Yvonne is going to help me, and so we're going to count after 3. When that's it, so I'm going to hold your hand. When it's cut, then we'll do one. Do we do countdown? Should we count down? Should we count down from 10 or 5? 10. I heard 10. So we're going to do this, and then once we do it, we're going to clap and cheer and go hurrah. So Yvonne, we're going to have 3 parts. So start. So when after 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yvonne Mosquito.
I only started doing it. It's a year.
And if you cannot build, can you help me? I'm so bad at it. You can touch. I headshotted someone. I know a really good math teacher.
Back and forwards, turn.
We've got our Deputy Mayoress in the house. I'd like to welcome her with another big applause to make her feel comfortable. I'm also glad to announce that the building has officially been opened and launched. What's going to happen now? We are going to continue listening to music. I think it's time to have something to eat. So we're going to take things slow. Listen to whatever you can hear, see whatever you can see, and our organizers are going to start serving. They will call you table by table. Wait until you are called upon, and I will come back here to tell you what else is going to happen. Once again, we've got the BBC in the house. Be careful what you say. Thank you.
Just the way you are.
Perfect, okay. Show it to them so they know what number it is, even if they don't know what it's for. It's a 5, that's got a 5 of clubs. Okay, now, you can, let's turn around, close this lid. What I want you to do now is put your card on that box, face up, take the pen carefully, it's a permanent marker, and write your name across it. Just your first name, big, really big. Karen, beautiful name, right, stand up, hold it so they can see Karen. I don't want to see this, okay? I do not want to see this. Okay, so that's Karen's name, that's Karen's card, you can all see that, yes? We're all good with that. Could you blow on it? Perfect. No worries. So, look at me, because you now have got a choice. You can either do the rest of this really sensibly or really foolishly. It doesn't matter which one you choose, it's entirely up to you, it's your magic. You go really sensibly or really foolish, which do you choose? Sensibly. Okay, are they Velcro shoes? They are. They're not. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. I'm going to fold this in half. You want to go sensible, right? Could you lift up, face them completely. Lift up one foot. Fold your card in half. You want to do your foot, put your foot on it. It's there. Do not move at all. Whatever you do, don't move. So I'm going to choose a card for me. I'm going to go with this one. It's got a jack. Heart.
Yeah, I picked Jack in the Box.
Okay, so my name, by the way, sorry I didn't introduce myself, is Monty, and that's me on there. Can you see? Not a very good pen, sorry. Cheap. So you wanted to go sensible, didn't you? Turn around. So if I do the same thing as you, so I'm going to go left foot because I'm a left. Okay? I'm going to take mine, fold it in half.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to do that.
It's gonna swap.
Hold that thought. Stay there. Right, can I ask a favour? I've washed. In a minute, I want you to hold your hand up like this. Near me. I'm going to hold your hand. You're going to squeeze my hand, okay? And that's going to make sure you can feel if I'm moving. So I'm going to try and make my body really tight as soon as I hold your hand. Are you ready? Squeeze. Right, so you can feel if I move now. Right? I'm going to try, without moving, to count down from 3 to 1 again. Right? When I say 1, and now you'll see. Squeeze tight. 3, 2, 1, now. So, Karen, under your foot, do you remember what number that card was?
5.
5 of clubs. Okay. Under my foot, does anyone remember what it was?
Jack.
Right, Karen, I don't want to touch either of these cards, and I don't want anyone else to. Karen, can you move your foot off your card? Right, I'm going to move mine off mine. Can you pick up both cards for me? Put that in that hand. Okay. Pick up the other, keep that one in that hand. Pick up that one in that hand. Okay. Just hold them up in the air. Now you're going to have a bit of dexterity to do this. It's a bit tricky. Can you be one at a time, or one in each hand? Can you unfold them halfway? You can do that. They kind of go on their own. Okay. Karen, look forwards. Smile. That's what assistants do. I want you to open them all the way now with one hand. Don't swap them over, whatever you do. Open them.
Wait, what? No. Wow.
So I'm not touching the thing here, Karen. Would you like to turn them around so you can see why everyone's a little bit confused? Karen, I didn't touch them. All I did was put yours under your foot, mine under my foot. You've unfolded them, you've opened them, and you've held them all the time, which means that you are just a tiny little bit good at this magic stuff. I think she deserves a round of applause. That was pretty good.
Keep boosting, guys.
Children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty that they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. Never found anyone to fulfill my need. A lonely place to be, and so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live. And I believe no matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because of the greatest love of all is happening to me. Oh, I found the greatest love of all inside of me. I decided from a door never to walk in anybody's shadow. If I die, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe, no matter what. 1,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in a life? How about love? How about love? How about some love? Yeah, yeah. Love. Seasons of 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 love. Thank you very much. What we need in our community is love. All right?
I remember when the late Bob Jones, who was the first Police and Crime Commissioner for the West Midlands, died, and Richard sang at his funeral, and everyone was inspired then. So it has made this day very special for me. It's special for a number of reasons. As I say, my sister, so when I looked at the briefing note and I was told invited, they asked if I would be able to attend, and I said, no, I can't, I'm so tired, it's Saturday, I'm busy. And when I looked at the briefing note and I saw Norma's name,
I said, oh, I will be there. I'll be there, because I was not able to take the response, the reaction to a rejection. I'm not able to do so. So I know, and I know that she looks younger, but the microphone keeps going off when I'm saying special things. I know that people think she looks younger, but she isn't. She is significantly older than myself. Significantly. Much older. Decades. And she's much larger as well. You know, these people, when they cast aspersions on people. But nonetheless, this to me is a really, really wonderful day. It's a wonderful day because of the achievements. The achievements of the founders, the achievements of this organization. You've been in existence since 2010, and now you have your own building. 11 years later. The only organizations that I know that are of African Caribbean extraction that have their own buildings tend to be just the churches. So this is a phenomenal achievement. And I'm going to try to be brief, but I normally restrict myself, but this is a very, very special time. And I'm not going to be too long, but I want to say something which I think is important. When I looked at the notes, it said our roots, and I scanned through the vision, and it talked about an inclusive service, it talked about a sense of belonging, and it talked about identity. And for many years, I was born here, I struggled with my identity. So up until the age of, say, 13, 14, I didn't have an identity. It was swinging in the trees, Tarzan, and, you know, it was horrible. We didn't have an identity. It was savagery, and we were saved. But then that wonderful program called Roots came on, and it forced me to find myself and find a bit about my history and discover that there was a continent, not a country, a continent. So, let me begin in terms of our roots. 11 to 12,000 years ago, when the Ice Age was receding, the first people to enter Britain was the black hunter-gatherers who crossed the then land bridge that connected Britain to mainland Europe. Can you hear me? Am I coming in and out? Okay. These people, so they crossed the land bridge that connected Britain to mainland Europe. These people are the ancestors to Cheddar Man. I don't know if some of you saw an article in the Daily Mail some time ago, about 2 years ago, where it talked about Cheddar Man in Bristol and how 10% of the ancestry of all British people comes from Cheddar Man. If you were born in South Africa in apartheid days and you had 10% black in you, it would mean that you were black. So all of the white people in Britain are black. 10% of their DNA. It's true. The Daily Mail said so. 6,000 years ago, a new wave of migrants crossed from the Mediterranean, Turkey, brown-skinned people. 4,000 years ago, the Becker people came from Eurasia, Germany and Switzerland. Then we had the Iron Age, the Celts, the Gauls, the Romans, the Anglo-Saxons, Vikings and Normans. 22nd of June 1948, the Empire Windrush marked the arrival of British subjects from the colonies to the motherland. These trailblazers, pioneers, faced and suffered the harshest of social and economic political conditions. They made enormous sacrifices for their children to achieve. They were like lumps of coal in the deep darkness of a cold earth, squeezed so hard they could have crumbled under the pressure, but they didn't. Instead, they became the hardest and most precious of materials or minerals known to man. They became diamonds. Today, I am privileged to be here to acknowledge the outstanding success against the odds of this organization and the individuals in this organization, of our roots. This building symbolizes so many things. The excellent legacy of your parents, your grandparents, your foreparents, your resilience, your dedication and your incredible hard work, of the founders, the funders, the supporters, and the workers and the users of this service in this organization. You have all worked hard to be here in this building today. So I stand here, we stand here with diamonds on diamonds. Trials and tribulations are part of life, no matter who you are or your cultural background. If there were no pressures, no stresses, human beings could not grow strong. So I'm honored, founding members, founders, brothers and sisters, to be with you today because of who and what you represent. I want to thank Patrick. I want to thank Lovemore. I want to thank Barbara. I want to thank Alfred. I want to thank Richard Price, Kwame the saxophonist. I want to thank Charmaine Burton for being here. Joan, beautiful Joan, inspiration. Divine, Norma Gordon, Ricky Dehaney, all of you distinguished guests who, whatever your name is, just do the mixing phone. Thank you so much. For all of you who put together this absolutely wonderful event, the food, the cooks, the caterers, everything. I want to thank you. Because often we don't thank people who do the cleaning, who put up the decoration, who do the cooking. We thank the founders who have done brilliant things. But we mustn't wait until someone passes before we express our love to them, our appreciation to them for what they've done in their lives. So I'm privileged to stand here with and amongst diamonds. Thank you so very much, our roots. You are outstanding.
Keep the applause going, please. Thank you very much, Deputy Mayoress, for that wonderful recognition of our roots. I'd like to take this opportunity to invite our Executive and Finance Director, Alfred Hatejeka, who is going to hand you a very small gift, a guest of honor, and we do request that you accept it. It has been sanitized. Alfred, please. Thank you. Thank you very much for accepting our gift. It's now my opportunity to call Patrick Kwesiga. Patrick Kwesiga is our volunteer chair, non-executive chair of our roots, and he's the one who is going to speak on behalf of this organization. If I wanted to introduce him professionally, it would take me about 40-45 minutes. So I will skip all those, but Uncle Patrick, you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. I suppose before I say what I'm going to say, I will ask Henry Saunders, the DJ, to play a song that will usher in all the directors of our roots to come and join me here. And if you also can, the resigned director or directors for various reasons, if you're here, you also can come and join in. I'm particularly interested in our first youngest director, probably the youngest director in the UK, Adele, who has come all the way from South to join us here. So the DJ, whenever you're ready, and you come in style because we have live, and this music will usher you in. Come with the dance. Dance for her deputy, worship the deputy, Lord Mary. Say that she says you've got energy in you. So, begin. So everyone, Alfred, you there, Lambo, you there, Winsome, you there, Barbara, come, Andrew, Pastor, Reverend Sebastian Webb, Stephen Sabiti. You haven't done it in style yet, you haven't done it. You haven't done it, so those of you that are coming last, show them how they do it. Yes. 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 Yes, that's it. Okay, let us do the circle. The world circle blind. Keep going. Keep following. Keep following. Thank you. Well, you can stay here, if you don't mind. You can stay with me. So, her worship, the Lord Mayoress of Birmingham, our friends that are here today, the wonderful children that are upstairs, founders of our roots, distinguished guests, protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen. I personally take this opportunity to welcome you to this occasion when we launch our roots, new building, our head office. Of course, we have got a few other offices in the city center, but this is our main office building, owned by ourselves, and actually we have no credit on it. did I see Janet? You decided to stay back. Janet and Barbara, you're busy doing things. Of course, you all would be here really to take your positions. Okay, so the ladies and gentlemen that you see here form the directorship and trustees of our roots. We have two arms. Our Roots Community Interest Company that has been running since 2010, and we are in the process of forming our Roots Community Foundation, which is going to be the community arm. And when we first started, for some of you that have seen our video, the testimonials of people, which is 25 minutes long, you must have heard some of the stories that came from there. We started basically to support the community into taking responsible positions in society to achieve, to integrate, compete, and contribute positively and be recognized. When we first started in 2009, then registered in 2010, we had a research that I personally conducted that informed a play, a drama piece known as Glad Made Mad that was performed in Birmingham and other parts of the country. And of course also a semi-documentary that details in a video way that was titled We Also Dream. And we had a dream that one time, and this dream is in here. This was compiled and posted, well, in the traditional kind of corporate way. You post something yourself and no one else owns it. And you can show them if they own it. Because this was posted to myself in, I think, 2009. Someone want to check? This would be. It has never been opened. Yeah, the date there? There? Anyway.
May 2009.
Yeah, in May 2009. We wrote this and acted it. In it there is a dream, or there was a dream. And one of the people that talked about that dream is Sandra. Sandra is the baby, yeah. She was the youngest, young actor, or a young lady in acting who was going to engage a young man, and somehow was arrested, the young man, and the engagement was not. It all ended in court. Well, it's a piece of drama. But in court, this young lady, Sandra, had a dream that one day it will not be these kind of things following us. It will not be criminal justice system, it will not be mental health, it will not be suffering, it will not be flies following us like dog bodies in the gutters. But we will shine and put our faces on cover pages, that we will stand in places, exclusive places, that long ago were not our places. That was 10 years ago. And here we stand in this exclusive place that no one ever dreamed we could ever have. And that's why our motto is, today's dream, tomorrow's reality. Indeed, the dream of 2009 is a reality of 2021, 11 years. And therefore, I wish to thank everyone that has been part of this. It can never be a one person or two people a journey or achievement. It is a collaborative piece of work, energies, people putting their hearts and sweat and blood in it. And they have done a wonderful job to come this far. So for the staff that have supported us, for all the people, our partners, stakeholders, our families, our wives, our husbands, and whoever's been part of this. I do thank you from the bottom of my heart. And of course, some of us now, it's time, instead of being at the front line of doing everything, because there is a time when some of us were in everything, because at that time probably there was no one to do it and there were no resources, and therefore we had to stake ourselves and we made all the decisions. Now what I can pledge is we are going to inform decisions, and decisions will now be made by other directors, other workers, the executives, and therefore you're going to see less and less of some of us. That's the only way we can ensure continuity. And therefore, please, ladies and gentlemen, directors, trustees, stand up, take your position. As I was telling the Deputy Lord Mayoress, that she said work has started. I said, yes, we have work now, but the biggest element that we've got to ensure is there is work in 3 years' time, in 10 years' time. And therefore, thank you very much. We've got an array of people, professionals here, psychotherapists, we've got a GP, we've got nurses, mental health nurses, we've got teachers, we've got people with lived experience. They form our board, and that's how rich we are. But the biggest is commitment. Thank you very much, and stay blessed. We're glad that you're all here. Thank you.
You may take your seats. Thank you very much, our directors. DJ. also gonna join in? Who's gonna join in? Who's gonna join in? Come on, Catherine. Who's gonna join in? Sabiti. Who's gonna join in? For £5. Thank you. Thank you. Still waiting to see who joins Shamina here. Come on, Auntie Diana, come on. Auntie Peace, come on. People might think we don't dance the cover. Come on, Pastor. Applause for Pastor and Auntie Peace. Let's see who comes with the pastor. Pastor, keep coming, keep coming. You'll find me here. Come on, Kyra, Van Kalinda, we're done. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Vube. These are our roots children. We told you, you know. Look at the confidence and the smiles. They will never shy away. God bless you, our roots children. Work out your hands, children. Thank you, Pastor Vube. Just for make the circle a little bit big. Okay? Bigger circle, and let's do it. Let's do it. Give yourself space, arms space. Come on, our roots children. You might think we only have 4, 5, or 6. Thank you, Shamina, thank you, our roots children, thank you very much. Finally, we got to see the children that we've been talking about all day.
That was good.
If I can have you here, Patience, Leah, Danita, and Henry, if you can come and stand next to me. I'd like to introduce you, and we'd like to recognize you. And when you leave the stage, I will give the stage to the younger generation of our roots. DJ, you wait. Danita, somebody bring her here. This is her moment. DJ, as we wait for Danita, please. Can I send a second messenger to bring Danita downstairs, please? Nothing is going on until she's on stage. DJ, song. Meanwhile, look at the faces and happy people, happy children of our roots. Danita will be here in the next 2 seconds. Thank you. Kayla, can you go and bring Danita here, please? Hold her hand. DJ, sometimes we get onto parties like this and we introduce only the big people and we forget the young ones. But these are people who have been special to our roots. These are the people who started with our roots, who have been there for our roots all the years. They've graduated from our roots children and they are now leading our roots youth. And I need to say this, they are also to some extent now employed by our roots. Okay? Leah Pesiga has just joined the University of Sheffield after graduating from our roots. And the 3 ladies and gentlemen on her right hand side, they are all going to university next year in September, inshallah. Henry Muhumza Van Kalinda, Patience Sabiti, and Danita Tita. Let's give them a big applause and we let them go. Thank you. Wherever they are our roots ambassadors. I would like to introduce the younger generation of our roots then. They will introduce themselves with a performance to you. Okay? So if I can call our roots children, those who are performing, come onto the stage. We'll give them a minute or so as they take their places. DJ, give us a tune.
sundown has set me free. Everything I was will fade. I'm pressing on till I see your face. I will live that your will be done. I won't stop till your kingdom come. 'Cause you are my freedom. Lift you higher, lift you higher. Your love, your love, your love never ending. Oh, oh, oh. You are alive in us. Nothing can take your place. You are all we need. Your love has set us free. Oh, oh, oh.
My apologies, it's not going to be 5 minutes because of the fact that it's a very, very important piece of what we do, and I'm very grateful. Thank you. I'm very grateful and humbled to actually stand here, especially after a lot has been kind of said. And what is very interesting is the fact that I am excited about where we are going. And I am excited about the fact that we are still dreaming. And I think PK explained the fact that this where we are today was once a dream. And the exciting thing is we have not stopped dreaming. We continue to dream, and we will continue to realize milestones. And those of you that are only coming today, the celebrations didn't start today. The celebration started on Thursday, and we had about 8 people, who've just graduated, who've just achieved bigger things, who actually share our values, were being honored. I'm not sure whether some of them are here today. I think it would be good to kind of just probably honor those people before I say quite a lot that I would like to say. Not quite a lot, because there isn't very much that's left. That is it? Yeah, that's better. I think this zooms in and out. And as well, I was very excited about what the Lord Mayor said. It was very powerful. And I think that those of you that are young, you should take some notes when these things are being said or when these things are being spoken about. Because, you'll grow up and realize that, you've missed something. And that in itself could be a shame. But I just wanted to honor, I'm not sure whether some of the therapists are here. We were honoring Donna, Farah, Fadi, Sarah Helen, Beth, Anissa, Ashley, and Nida. Some of you You know, the people who were not here on Thursday didn't see you. But I would like you to come up here so that the people can celebrate with you. You know, sometimes, especially when we talk about students therapists, I happen to share a very a kind of an affinity with them, because when they are in the trenches, I'm also in the trenches. I qualified a long time ago, but I supervise students, I mentor students. So when they are in the lows and their valleys, I feel it too. And when they are in their highs, I need to celebrate it too. So some of these people that I've mentioned, please come up. You know, this is your drum, you know. You know, I'm not one to beat drums. Normally, I want to silently celebrate. But this is a moment for you to celebrate. Unfortunately, if you miss this moment, it never comes again unless you get something else. Yes. Please give them an applause, because some of these people spend, you know, a time in the trenches, and sometimes, you know, when things are not going well, you cry. I'm not sure whether I'm right by that. You know, you feel the stress, but this is a moment to celebrate. And unfortunately, the celebration comes at a time when we are also celebrating this, our new home. Thank you. Anyone else? Oh, yes. Yes, please. I'm not sure who was supposed to hand these over to them. I'll see without my glasses. Oh, Beth. Yes, Beth, for completing a counseling course. And you know, there's one thing that I would like to say about, I don't normally say things about people because it's not me, you know. Beth has come a long way. And, you know, Beth is a very shy person. And I share that because I'm shy too. But I am so sure that Beth has achieved so much. And where she's going, I'm telling you, next few years, we will be standing here and talking a different story. And Beth, congratulations. I really share this one because I saw Beth start, and when she kind of was starting, I was there. Sometimes it was very difficult for her to even get started. And also it was, let me tell you a story. She had this very stressful job, and it was so difficult for her to leave it. And I know a lot of you have been there, but you just need somebody to encourage you to say, yes, this is the way, walk in it. And this is exactly how it is. And when somebody says, this is the way, walk in it, you know, I'm sure 5 years' time, that voice will still be there to say somebody said, this is the way, walk in it. I suppose you heard these guys when they were telling their testimonies to say, can't forget Mr. Patrick, he's always there, even when he's not there. So, encourage others. This is the way, walk in it. Thank you so much, Beth, for your achievement. Yeah, I don't have my glasses. So this is for Sarah, completing her nursing. I think Sarah is one of those young people who have come a very long way in the traditions of our roots. So, you know, I will not be surprised if one day Sarah decides, no, look, yes, nursing is fantastic, but there are better days and better things, and this is within our roots. Thank you. Oh yes, another of my fantastic friends. You know, Fadi. I'm not sure how many of you know Fadi. You know, we used to have an old building that we worked from, and that is Fadi's history. And when somebody said, Fadi, this is the way, I think she just liked, you know, a few things about our roots. And when somebody says, this is the way, walk in it, she left everything So Fadi is a disciple of our roots. And Fadi is amazing. She's such a hard worker. A mother of
Three.
A mother of 3. But Fadi, when she puts her mind to something, she's just amazing. She did her counseling, and then she did a PWP course. But she's so much in love with counseling, and she continues to go and go. Fadi, I'm really proud of you. And as I've said, there are many that have not come up. And of course, they celebrated on Thursday, and I think they thought, what more is there than what they've heard? Because it was wonderful as well. I think you guys don't sit far. I've got a few things to say, and then you will have a photo with your cake, that wonderful cake that you see there. And you know, the most wonderful thing about our roots is that we celebrate people because we understand people, because we care. And also, unfortunately, a lot of us are also wounded healers. We are healers, but at the same time, we are wounded healers. And if we are not careful, we will burn out, because caring and healing is a burnout kind of profession. And hence, we need to also care for ourselves. And if you don't have anything to read, go and read a fantastic book, The Compassionate Mind by Paul Gilbert. Before we should learn to care for others, we should also learn to care for ourselves. We should learn to nurture ourselves. The Compassionate Mind. Go and read that, it will blow your mind. I wanted to read you this. You know, Paul Gilbert says we are in this business because we have a basic kindness and a deep awareness of suffering, that of ourselves and of others that we care for. So this awareness is coupled with a wish to alleviate pain and suffering. And I think this is the inception of our roots, in the sense that it's to alleviate the pain and suffering in people of our kind, and as well in people in general. You know, people are amazing. Sometimes we tend to want to separate people, to say, you are this, you are that, you are this. But the thing is, what is common between us is the fact that we understand suffering, and we yearn for the same things. I think this gentleman here sang this song about love. You know, we all want to be loved. And we do the things that we do because we care and love. So it's very, very basic in that way. And there's something that Nelson Mandela says. He says a fundamental concern for others in our individual and community lives would go a long way in making the world a better place. So we passionately dream of. We passionately dream of the world being a better place. But the thing that makes this a better place is love. And love not shared is not love. So we need to make this go round the full circle by touching another's life. So at our roots, we've got this professional arm, and we offer various therapies: cognitive behavior therapy, counseling, you know, DIT, couples therapy, which other people have started doing now, counseling for depression, and we're looking to go a long way. We also have this, which we call long-term conditions, which is cognitive behavior therapy for people with long-term conditions. We are passionate about that, and we are pushing all our therapists to do that. And some of them, we are pushing them, and they say, who's pushed me? But then they are qualified thereafter, and we are happy together. So we all would like to skill our therapies so that they're better. And this building is going to help us in a long way to actually see people in a better way. See people in a place that's appropriate, see people, you know, in a place that is comfortable and welcoming. You know, we've been to places where sometimes you think, is this really appropriate for therapy? But this is really appropriate for therapy because we've tailored it in such a way that it's appropriate for different modalities. And we hope that these words will also inspire some of you wounded healers who would like to join us. One other thing is the fact that almost all our therapists are trained by us. I thought you would applaud for that. Yes. We've got about more than 30 therapists, some in training as well. And we've got a good crowd of people that share our values, of people who understand the values of our roots, and they're coming through. And as Patrick said, you know, I'm looking forward to one day where I'll see genuinely young minds that are looking to kind of say, look, I want to lead our roots one day. Because my belief is the fact that you have a seed, and if you've not planted that seed or allowed that seed to go down in the ground, you know, when it goes down in the ground, the wonderful thing is, or rather the interesting thing is, it rots. It doesn't stay the same. It rots, and then it germinates. And then after that, it brings forth a crop. And that crop is not a crop for one person. It becomes a community crop. And the harvesters have to be many because the seed is germinated or rotten and germinated. So if you have an idea, that idea should go down in the ground and rot and germinate, and further young minds should come up and pick this idea and develop it. And sometimes, unfortunately, it's not the same. You have other kind of varieties out of this very seed. And that's what we are looking for. One day, the Alfreds, the Patricks, the Lovemores, the Janets, or clinical leads, and what have you, we should have a young Sarahs and young divines taking over from where we stand. And this is what is growth. And that's what will grow us as a community. And I'm very impressed by the fact that as our roots, we are going this way. And I'm sure that a few of you here very soon will be asking about how to become a therapist. It's an interesting journey, and we are going a long way. Thank you so much. If you kind of listen to me, it might be forever. But let's cut the cake, because we are celebrating people. We are celebrating this occasion, a momentous. We're not cutting it. Are they not taking a photo as well?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Yeah, Barbara is telling me not yet. But I'll stop here for now, because I think I've spoken a lot. But if you are interested, really interested in what I said, you can see me, you can see Barbara, you can see anyone within our roots. We will channel you, because we believe that this is a seed. It should rot, it should germinate, it should bring forth a crop for the community to harvest. Yeah? Thank you. Oh, before I finish, we have an employment support we are launching. I forget, because I spoke about this on Thursday. We've got an employment and empowerment support. It's a coaching service. We've launched it. We launched it on Thursday. So it started. Referrals are starting to come in. There are a lot of people who are not employed. And employment and mental health are very much synonymous. If you're unemployed for a long time, your mental health will definitely go down. Your self-esteem will definitely decline. So we are bringing forth a coaching service to help people to do their CVs, to walk the journey, and we support them learn skills on putting themselves back to employment. Because employment is empowerment. Employment will help people go back on track and gain their self-esteem. So we are excited, and we are always looking for these massive ideas that can make people's lives better.
We've got to join this. Let's dance. Come on, lady. Come on. Stephen Sabiti. Alice Sabiti. On behalf of our